Now, to be honest, I actually forgot to push the actual record button because it's on a separate screen on my little stream deck, but that's another conversation. All right. Now, in case you're wondering about all this gifts that are going on your screen right now, that's from a game I ran yesterday. Long story, not going to get into it. Today, we're going into a game session called Beyond the Veil. Now, everybody gets a chance. We're going to start from the top again. August, do you want to describe your character for the viewer?
Well, there's not much. It's all kind of in my name. August St. Christopher. August, the month that I was dropped off on the steps of St. Christopher's Church. And I'm also blind, as you can see.
There we go.
Oh.
Didn't know that. How about anything that like? How does your character appear? Like, what kind of visualization do you want for the people who are watching the stream to see?
Oh well, I'm blue, so and blind, and a priest, and I have a shield. There's not much to it.
All right, that works. What race?
I'm an air genasi, as I've only recently learned.
All right. So for those who don't know, air genasi are humanoid in shape, like most of the races. They usually have like an elemental theme about them. Air genasi can usually be palish in color or bluish in color, all depending. But they look roughly human, for lack of a better description. If you want a Magic the Gathering kind of reference, they tend to maybe look like the core. Mind you, player choices and the fact that I really don't care about lore. You're just not going to have a halfling that's 15 foot tall. Unless Magic's involved. Magic's always involved.
You don't hold my hand. I can find my way around just fine.
All right. Chidai, your turn, since we're going down the list.
Well, first off, my name is Chidi.
Chidi.
I am an Asamir, though I am mostly in appearance a humanoid figure, like dark brownish skin, nice little beard, little goatee, lightly shaven, and the only thing that's slightly inhuman about my appearance is that my eyes are a little bit too light in tone, like around the irises. Like, they kind of give up a slight glow. But besides that, I mostly appear human, with dreads and regular garb mixed with leather, like robe. And that's... Oh, yeah. I think I'm just gonna just have like a pseudo dragon. Like, it's basically a small little dragon, like a pet dragon on my shoulder.
Okay.
And that's basically it until I know where I am.
Everybody, Derpy Gecko says hello in the chat. I'm DM,
Hello.
so I'm literally everybody. But it isn't them.
Oh, wait, I know that guy.
Oh, yep, they said they are here for you.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
All right, so Mithras, you want to describe your character? This is basically to give a visualization for anybody who's wants to imagine your character. If you got a picture, you can drop it in chat.
Nothing official in terms of an actual design, but hi. First of all, my name's Martin Aldier. I am a human. Now, as for appearance, he has a bit of a chronic baby face. He's kind of like no facial hair, and kind of shortish, medium hair, kind of swept to the side. His hair is reddish brown, with blue eyes. He is a male, in case you didn't know, and he's not too tall.
All right, what is not too tall for you? You can just throw out a random number.
5'6".
5'6" works. Okay.
5'6". Yeah.
All right. So we are missing 2 players currently. Gunslinging Troll had some prior commitments that he had to go do. He was expecting to be back by now, but real life stuff happens. And then another friend of mine who plays in one of my regular games, she is not feeling well today, so she is missing. She will be joining at a later time. Now, supposedly, there is a tool that I have set up for the stream that should allow you guys to click on the chat and be able to see at least August's and Mithras's character sheets. You'll see a third character sheet. That person is missing. Chitty Juju is not on there because, to be honest, we'd have to rebuy all the books, and we don't want to do that. Screw you, wizard. That's how I feel on the subject. All right. So, time for narrative moment. I just want everybody to get an idea of the characters. In these plains, there's some slight hills, some water, and you some rivers, and you have some roads. You know, traditional plains for a giant effing trading town to sit in the middle of. It straddles both sides of the river, and its name is Cole. Let me actually get my notes up before I just start making stuff up, because I actually have notes for once. And anybody who's ever been in any of my games will know how amazing that actually is. All right.
God.
So, the exact description on the Behind the Veil is, a festival has drawn in a large number to the city of Cole, a major trade city in the center of the plains, located on the one river that goes from east to west with a road that leads north to south. It is one of the largest cities in the world. The players, for their own reasons, which you guys will be able to make your own, are drawn into the city during the festival of Marcus, a patron that is locally worshipped about trade. During this time, a lot of deals, both illegal and legal, are performed. What a lot of people do not know is that there's another side of the city where the legal is the thing sold, the illegal is the thing sold on the street, the illegal is the things frowned upon by the law, and under that is what is traded beyond the veil, is sometimes lives and even souls. So in other words, we have a dark occult side to all this. Have fun with that knowledge. Now, in case anybody is wondering, yes, the name of the trade god, the local trade god Marcus, is after Borderlands. In case anyone wants to know. Because I am not subtle. Alright. The festival is in full swing. You have droves of people who've brought in wares from gods know where. And literally, it could be literally anything. The various players, and they'll be given their reasons. They'll be able to give their reasons here in a minute. Could have came in here to look for a rare item to trade. They could have came in here for looking for someone who might be in the area, or they might be literally looking for passage, because with all the trading going on, a pair of pants made of Pokemon cards. That is entirely possible, especially if it's grass. In all seriousness, though. Grass type, specifically. Why isn't there a Pokemon that is a pair of pants? We have garbage, but not pants. Anyway, moving on.
What exactly is a Pokemon?
It's a monster that fits in your pocket.
Oh, we have one right over here.
Actually, considering the city, it's entirely possible. Entirely possible.
I do still love a festival, but I think the children keep trying to pick my pocket.
Now, actually, I want to ask, since the way you're saying it, is your character a local to Cole, or are you a traveler? August.
I just wander wherever the wind takes me.
All right, that works.
Am I in the right place?
You haven't walked into a pole yet, so yes, you're in the right place. And you haven't fallen in the river yet. Also good things.
Good.
Very good things.
Might have to find a reason to give your character true sight. Like, here's a bandana that gives you true sight. Have fun.
Sometimes bumping into things, sometimes not bumping into things. You know, I trust it. A big shield to protect me.
So
Don't worry, I can find my way. I don't need you to hold.
August went a little in and out there for a second. I don't know if it was connection issues or what. Oddly enough, with just Discord, I'm losing frames, which is weird. Anyway. So the festival's in full swing, and the festival actually usually lasts for about a week, if not more, because it's up in the air. I gotta turn my fan because it's getting hot in my apartment already. Yes, I'm a very warm-blooded person that gets hot really easily, so usually what shortens my streams is me overheating. Anyway, moving on. So, we're going to do reverse order this time. Mithras, what brings you into this giant festival going on? Mithras? Don't know if we're having issues. Flip over to Chitty Juju. Hello? Uh-oh.
Hi.
Okay, Mithras. What brings you to the
Hi,
town?
hi.
What brings you to the city for the festival?
Start with
Well, honestly, there's just some things during the Tracy Festival that you just can't get anywhere else, so that's what I'm here for.
Considering the nature of this city, you can find almost literally anything.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question you need to ask yourself. Is it something legal, illegal, or otherworldly? Have fun with that thought. Chitty Juju, what brings...
the third option?
Otherworldly.
Ah.
So, spoilers to anyone who wants to know this. There is a cult-like presence with eldritch creatures and stuff like that in this city. Have fun dealing with them. Who also deal with demons and all that other good stuff. Chitty Juju, what brings you to the city?
Can find out when they want to. I am just off in the merchant district trying to sell my wares.
All right, so he is a merchant. All right, gotta have the right amount of coffee. All right. So the festival's in full swing. You got music going on. You have the bards who are telling their stories, playing their music, drawing in a crowd, trying to make people excited, so that they will tip them, of course. And then you have the dancers. You have different merchants selling this rare fish that we found from that direction over that way, and we have all this crazy stuff going on. Pretty much, if you can think of it being sold somewhere in the Empire, it probably is here at this moment. And that's what's on the main streets. Of course, you can go to the back alleys and find pretty much everything that would be illegal. Various drugs and weapons and drugs. And,
Every year.
that was my roommate. He's as much of a smartass as I am, so he instinctively wants to say something. And I just flipped him off. Anyway, moving on. Where is my kitty cat? I'm surprised he's not pestering me. Anyway, moving on. For those who want to know, that's who's in the rotating pictures in the bottom right-hand corner of the stream. Moving on.
Mascot.
So, with all this loud noise and people moving around, is your character moving around preaching at this point, August?
I'm really not the preaching type. I'm the wandering type.
Okay, just helping out where you can.
Just looking. It's a big world out there. I haven't left the church in a long time. It's hard to find your way around when you're blind.
That happens. All right.
The brave new world.
Chitty Juju, roll us a persuasion check. Let's see how well your sales are going.
All right. Just put it in game time, I'm guessing.
I'd prefer it.
All right.
And I did get dice maintenance up and running, so that should be good. For those who don't know and are wanting to play, cool, rolled pretty
15
decently.
total.
For those who want to know, there are several different dice rolling apps you can put in Discord. So if you want to play with friends who live all the other side of the world, or you're properly social distancing, you can use it. You can use the various apps on Discord. We use Dice Maiden in this one. We also have Keeper of the Dice. And then if you want some good music, which we cannot use in this stream because of DCMA, Sounds of the Bard, which will just pull music from YouTube. You just put in the correct command. All of them are free. There are premium versions, but they are free. Moving on. All right, you're actually doing pretty decent with your sales. You're making a slight profit. We'll say your profit is 5 gold at this point. Okay?
5 GP.
Yep. Mithras, what are you doing with all this crazy chaos, people being loud and annoying going on?
So,
You searching for something specific you want to buy?
well, yeah. I was about to ask. What is like the weird stuff that people are selling?
You can act like the legal weird stuff is mummified remains found in some archaeological dig that is being sold to make beef jerky, which, by the way, is a real life thing.
It's teriyaki style.
I don't doubt it.
No. I'm legitimately not joking. In like the 1800s, and the reason why that you don't have a lot of mummies remaining is because the British aristocracy used to eat them as jerky.
Oh,
I'm not
they say
joking.
we're not space works.
Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff you can find. That's an example of one of them.
Okay.
Mind you, I don't think there's any way in hell you can afford a piece of this beef jerky.
That is true. That is very true.
This ancient orc pharaoh worth just a small piece of him is worth 10,000 gold if you want to have him as a piece of jerky.
What about just like regular
Quite
like
tasty.
like foods, like exotic foods? There's got to be something like that, right? That isn't mummy jerky.
That isn't mummy jerky. That's going to become a recurring theme now. You know that, right? Mummy jerky every 5 minutes. Just want some mummy jerky? In all seriousness, though, there's some exotic fruits that you haven't seen before from the direction you came from. To some people in the city, it might seem mundane because, like, let's say it's oranges, for instance. We'll just use oranges because I'm from Florida originally. Like from where you're from, you may not have seen them before, but because this is a trade city, they're semi-common. But yeah, there's stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You do have some food. Just sticking with the food theme, you do have some chefs in the area that are from local tribes. Like you have some troll tribes that have come in and they're cooking some of their cuisines, trying to be like, hey, buy your food, buy our recipes and stuff. All that good stuff going on. That's some of the more exotic, weird food stuff. When it comes to weapons, you see some weapons, you're like, how the hell would anyone use this? Like you see nunchucks, you're like, why is that a weapon? And a yo-yo. Why is a yo-yo a weapon? Which originally a yo-yo was a weapon, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not joking. Not Kill a Kill, but Hunter x Hunter. That's why they had Killua use a yo-yo because it was a weapon.
Hunter, yeah.
Hmm.
So yo-yos were legitimately a weapon back in the day.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too interested in killing someone with a yo-yo at the moment, so I'm just gonna look at the exotic fruits.
For a couple silver, you're able to like try out some sample. Don't actually take it out of your total. I'm not going to make you. It's such a trivial amount. You're able to sample a lot of the different fruits. You probably find a few that you like. We can figure out what they are later. Then you're like, well, these aren't too bad. Hey. All right. Hang on, I got somebody trying to talk to me in general. Oh. Somebody I actually have. Yeah, we'll talk some. He's trying. That's another conversation. I'm not going to have it in the middle of this game. Anyway, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So we have. So the festival's going on like this for quite a while. As the night starts to fall, things actually pick up and get more lively. Like some more of the. Anybody here ever been to a Brazilian barbecue?
Yeah.
No.
For those who don't know, Brazilian barbecue is the place where they will walk around serving you food, and they will keep bringing you food until you put the little flag down to tell them you're full. Like, hey, do you want this steak? They don't even do that. Just, here's some steak. Here's some pineapple. All of it grilled. All of it delicious. You will gain weight going there. Like walking through the door, you're like, I just gained 5 pounds. Anyway, there's stuff like that going on. Like, you see this one. Orcish woman running like basically a Brazilian barbecue where she's doing that. She just has this cleaver. She'll just cut off a slice of ham, put it on your plate, and then mind you pay a lot to sit in that circle for serving you food. But you're gonna be full and you're gonna enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Until the opposite, until you put the white flag down. Which actually, it's usually like the place I went to was out in Guam. It's the place that I really did it at. It was actually the Brazilian flag they had you raise or lower. So, but yeah. Anyway, Mithras, do you get involved in that, or are you just like, wow, that's a lot of food? Because you're the only one who.
Of course, I get involved in that.
That's going to cost you 1 gold.
1 gold, all right. I'll mark it off.
Let's see how well you enjoy the food. It's just a D20 check. It is probably some of the best food. Like quantity wise, you're stuffed. Like you're like, I have to loosen my belt. I don't know why I'm wearing a belt, but because I don't know if belts are actually invented, but I'm loosening it. That's part one.
It's not invented. I made it. It's fine.
And you're like, and the quality of the food was not the best food you've ever.
I'm not sure about that.
Shut up. My Amazon dot thing started talking. I didn't tell her to do anything.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on. Like I didn't say the trigger phrase or anything, which is weird. Anyway, it may not be the highest quality food you've ever eaten, but it is definitely up there. Like you're like, for the quantity and quality I got, that single gold was worth it. Your character is full until the day after tomorrow. Like you do not have to eat if you don't want to until the day after tomorrow. That's how much you ate. Like, I forgot to put the flag down, and now it's rude not to eat this.
Oh, woe is me.
Sorry if I'm taking a little control of your character. I thought that was funny, and I figured we'd just roll with
No,
it.
no, that's fine. That's what he can do.
Okay. All right. So everybody's having a good time. August, you're just enjoying the smells, and you're probably getting good vibes from all the people being happy, all the kids enjoying themselves. Chitty Juju, and this is all the way up to the point you made your 5 gold. All that good stuff.
I'm enjoying the smells. Can I listen for some church bells? And then wander toward them, of course.
The churches, actually in this town, the churches are closed effectively until the end of the holiday. Basically, it's a time where all other religions in this city actually pay respect to their local god Marcus. Which, for behind-the-scenes stuff, Marcus is not the name of the actual god. It is a face he wears, so to speak. That's behind-the-scenes, player knowledge, not character knowledge. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, the festival, and this is just the first day of the festival, by the way. Everybody can roll a perception check. For you, you'll be August. I'm actually going to say you pass immediately, and you'll see why in a minute.
Okay.
You can roll it in chat, or you can roll it in on your side. Chat would be good for the audience.
I'll do it in chat. There's no need for me to even try and lie. 16 plus perception. I believe that's a 17.
Okay, so heads up, if you wanted to roll that way, you could have done 1d20 plus 1 to let it do the full numbers for you. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
You're good. That's why I'm talking to you about it now. You still got you still passed. Your check was a little higher because of your location. Titty Juju, yours was lower. Basically, I'm taking a proximity. He has been extremely needy lately. I'll get into Zane later.
Actually, I have a question. I know this is a random instance, but my pat of the chain with my pseudo dragon, could it give me the help action for the perception check?
You passed.
Or could it have its own?
You passed.
Yeah, I'm saying, does my dragon also see it?
Your dragon's going to notice at the same time you do anyway. The dragon does get its own perception check. That's for future reference. Right now, you don't need to worry about it. You had a DC 10, whereas Mithras had a DC 15 due to location. August immediately picked up on it, and here you'll see why. The screaming immediately starts next to your stall. You hear a woman call for help. Mithras, on your side, you're the only one who picks up on it. This is like just after you pushed in your chair, like, I think I need to go lay down. You hear a woman screaming for help.
Okay. Instead of laying down and letting the food digest, let's work some of the food off, and I'm gonna run towards the screen.
Hell yeah.
The alleyway is right next to your stall, Chitty Juju, so you're able to respond immediately. And the reason why August immediately knows, because he was the only one who was just vibing on the atmosphere. So any change to the atmosphere, he picked up on it immediately. Now, real fast, a quick story on Zane, because this happened last night. Or this morning. I woke up at like midnight for some reason, and I was up for about 4 hours. I was going to do some recording of Amnesia, which, by the way, are being released on my YouTube channel, yada yada, cheap plug. Anyway, I was going to go do that, but he's like, no, I want you to love on me. So he goes to sleep in my lap, and I'm like, guess I'm going to be editing up some videos instead. So that's what I did. I spent 4 hours, because I didn't want to wake him up, just editing videos, because he was just asleep in my lap. And anyway, just had to mention that because somebody mentioned my cat, and I have to talk about my kitty cat. He knows I'm talking about him. He just looked up. Anyway, moving on. All right, so screaming going on in the alleyway. August, do you go after it, or are you just going to chill?
Oh, I'll definitely go after it. I'm always looking for someone to help.
All right. So, because Chitty Juju is right there, he is the first one on the scene. It'll be followed by August, and then Mithras. You're a little slower because you're like, oh, I'm trying not to throw up right now.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have had that second meal. Anyway, So so you're the first one to see it. There's a man that's dragging a woman. You really can't see the man, or at least you're assuming it's a man. It's more of a shadow pulling a woman, arm wrapped around her neck as he's pulling her down the alleyway.
Does anyone else see this crap?
No.
It's like point and just point and follow.
All right.
Hey, someone's being robbed.
You're lucky if that's what's going on. So you round the corner. You start booking after this person. August. You get to the alleyway. You can hear Chitty Juju's character running and saying, "Hey, this woman needs help." And he's booking after her. What do you do? Your character has enough perception of what's going on to be able to run down the alleyway too, by the way. As long as your shield's not out.
Okay. I'll just follow after her. I think it's on my back.
All right. Yeah, the shield that figures on your back. I'm just not going to let you run full speed with the tower shield I gave you out. We had to give special rules for Augustus' shield.
Dang, he's got like
That
a
checks
plus
out.
3 AC now. Whoops.
You'll see why. You'll understand why. And then Mithras, you're the last person. You have just as Augustus gets to go, he's like, "Oh, I have to go too." You get to the corner and you see the person dragging the woman. You see Chitty Juju, and then you see Augustus. And you're keeping the food down successfully. I'm not going to make you roll that, but yes.
Yes.
Like, god damn it. So I'm assuming you book after too?
Of course.
All right.
Of course, keeping that food in my stomach.
There's a lot of twists and turns. Rushdman, one of the guys I stream with from time to time, he says you have a projectile weapon apparently, which I can't wait for you guys to see, for Gunslinging Troll to eventually be joining. He'll be joining probably next session, if not later this session. I helped him design a special weapon for his character because he doesn't like the magic side of Rangers, and it's basically the heavy bowgun from Monster Hunter World.
Oh.
If we need to customize a character for you, we can do it. I don't care.
That's fine.
Like we can do some retconning. I don't care. Anyway, by the way,
Use some range.
what was that?
We can always use some range.
With what he's got, yes. Anyway, moving into the game. So you guys are following him as he goes around the corner. It's following the same pattern. Augustus is closing in on Chitty Juju because he's for some reason the cleric is keeping up with the shop clerk. I don't know. Following up the rear's Mithras. And eventually you get to a dead alley where it comes to a dead stop, where you guys are just about to close in on the person, and all that's left is the woman. Well, you can always join in this one later, Derpy Gecko, if you'd like. And if IRL kicks in, you can always disappear as needed. I've been running games for 10 plus years, both before the Navy, during the Navy, and after the Navy. So I always enjoy running games. I run 3 games a week. Well, 2 to 3, depending on which weekend. Anyway, moving on. And you can ask Chitty Juju. He's been in a lot of my games since the Navy. In fact, we became friends because of that. Okay, loosely we're going to call it friends. No, I'm joking. Me and him are good friends. I'm just going to throw something at you soon. You know that, right? Like telepathically. Anyway, so you guys round the corner and you see the woman. She's not being restrained or held by anybody anymore. It's just the woman, but she's kind of like being held. I'm not gonna say she's T-posing,
But she
kind of is. Like her arms are just more loose, being loose, held up, like almost similar to how she was when someone was pulling her. But there's no one there to hold her now. There's nothing glowing to say, hey, like this is magic stoof. August, roll a religion check for me.
What is religion? Oh, right. I'm a priest.
What is religion? You can't pull that one. You're literally a cleric. Mind you, the ranger doesn't have nature, but that's for entirely different reasons.
August is like, I'm a what?
I rolled a 12.
I'm a blind man.
I rolled a 12, but how that was calculated. But I clicked religion and
Okay.
12.
Oh my god, you're the blind guy from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Hey, Blinken! Did you say Abe Lincoln?
Stares up in the sky.
Sorry. Sorry about that, August.
I'll have that some jokes set up for next time. I didn't think about that. Pro tips.
Pro tips to anybody who has not played games with me before. I'm a huge Mel Brooks fan. If there's a chance for me to reference Mel Brooks, Family Guy, South Park, a lot of that stuff, it'll probably get snuck in there at some point. I am not subtle about the stuff I steal. Anyway, you sense something's off. Like there's something going on a holy, non-holy side. And yes, I am using religion as a perception check. What was that?
There's the woman. I can't make eye contact with anyone, but can we make eye contact with her? Is she looking at us?
She's
I turn to him and I say yes.
She's not looking at anyone. She's just staring, like her thousand eye stare. But like, anyway, almost irrelevant because of what's coming next.
She sounds a few ghosts short of a haunted house.
I love that description. But I don't know if we already have a wild sorcerer or not. I do. Oh no, we do have a wild magic barbarian. Sorry, I was just answering Derpy Gecko. I just wanted to get to that. Anyway, the woman, and this is gonna get a little gruesome. The woman bursts both simultaneously into flames and to pieces.
Make up your mind.
Ma'am, are you all... Oh, Jesus!
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be a dick. Roll a con save, Mithras. Roll a con save.
Nah, it's fine.
You know what? I'm gonna also roll I'm gonna roll a con save too.
Okay.
Plus my Constitution modifier, which I believe is 3.
See here. Let me double check my stuff as well.
Yeah. Oops,
Augustus is the only one who was not hit in the splatter zone, even though he was one of the closer. You pass. Okay. You just barely managed to stop from throwing up.
Right.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I did not really understand what the Constitution check was for at first.
I understood immediately.
You're the only one who wasn't in the splatter zone. No, not the weapon exploded. The woman did. And Shitty Juju is just fine.
Explosions or
there was a weapon?
Your character, for some reason, like divine protection or something, you're untouched completely. You're like, oh, I don't like that smell. It's fragrant. It smells like burning human.
Jesus, it's everywhere.
It's in my shoe.
I mean, like it's everywhere.
It's in my shoe. Why is it in my shoe?
I already have pebbles in it.
It's just Brazilian barbecue all over again.
No, Mithras succeeded in not throwing up. He passed the save.
No one throws up at a Brazilian barbecue.
I don't know. Once again, I was in Guam in the Navy at the time, and people decided drinking and all-you-can-eats was a good idea. I didn't say sailors were the smartest bunch in the world. So anyway. So moving on. So this woman, viscera is everywhere, and you do smell the hint of brimstone of her going up. And there's no sign of the man who had dragged her back there. But there is the sound of freeze! You hear armored individuals of the city guard. Not one of the local mercenary groups who work for the nobles, the actual city guard.
Okay, officers. They all went over there.
Hey, hang on.
Just exploded.
Oh, that was disgusting.
The grunt guards don't seem to believe you. They're just like, we find a extremely dead woman and 3 men in an alleyway. Nobody else is here.
Oh, I get it. I think I see it completely. It's because I'm a warlock, isn't it?
You're a warlock?
Oh, that made it worse.
Oh, good. I shouldn't tell you then.
I love what Derpy just added because it was perfect timing. Or maybe a warlock who gets summoned to help and disappears when done. I am way too determined to make it disappearing canonical. I just say characters that I think there currently is a warlock under the name of Chitty Juju.
If you join as a warlock, we'll have 3 warlocks. I'm the second.
That works just fine. I don't care. Makes a
Yeah, I
lot
know.
of souls already predetermined. And Derpy, we'll get into a voice chat at some point. We'll find an excuse why your character disappears and reappears if you want to make a canon reason. Trust me, I can figure out some funny shit. It could be a rogue for all I care. We have some funny reasons or cool reasons. Take your pick. Anyway, moving on.
The roll too high on his stealth.
You see a the rogue was there the whole time. It's just that the stealth was so high nobody could find them. I'm sorry, that would be a funny thing. And they give me an excuse as a DM to randomly help you too. Like that bad guy just took 20 points of damage. Why? Don't ask. Anyway, moving on.
I guess I just said my dragon away, and question for GM, just in case like I could maybe change this in some way somehow.
What's up?
I do have a spell called Calm Emotions. Will that help in this situation at all?
Oh, they're calm. Frankly, you're just a number. However, you technically committed a crime, so they're trying to arrest you.
Understood. And I guess my character kind of would submit understanding, but like just as a story bit, my dragon did fly away, but it's staying close.
You know you could just summon it and resummon it, right?
No, I don't trust the fact that they're gonna prevent me from doing that.
No. anything? No, they're not. It's. Anyway, no. I have to make this joke. It's Augustus' sing-eyed dragon. That works, I guess. I don't know. Actually, you don't know. You guys don't know each other yet, so keyword. You see what's clearly one of the officer guards. He's got the long flowing cape, and he looks like he hasn't actually worked a day in his life. Push through the crowd. He's not even looking at you directly. He's like looking down his nose. Arrest them. The shackles are coming out. Is anybody going to try and resist the shackles and the guards?
No, I'm too nauseous.
If you're arresting me, can I please lay down? I don't want to throw up.
Yeah. Yeah, don't push me right by.
August, do you resist?
No, I'll come along. I was not a witness, so.
You didn't see a thing, I swear.
You're not
I'm
wrong.
I'm not covered in gore either, so.
I shut up when you guys.
There's a test for a blind man.
If I could just be around, these two are up to, but something smells off.
That's just the lady.
So you guys get dragged off.
That was worth a shot.
Yeah. You guys basically you guys are just being held as suspects. You're not actually being charged with anything. You're just like, hey, you're here at the scene of the crime and no one else is here. So they have you in shackles. They don't even take your stuff from you really. They throw you in a cell. That's it. We're gonna hold you. The officer. We're gonna hold you overnight. If nothing comes up, then we are going to charge you with the crime. So you guys are in a cell together, by yourselves. No one else is there. You're still armed, but you got shackles, so it's really not going to do you much good.
Yeah.
No, there's not an anti-magic field. And your dragon is either outside the window or followed you in for all they care.
It's just an idea. Either way. Anything I should know before I start talking?
No, you're good. Go.
It's like I turn to the other two. Like, they're the only two in the cell, right?
Correct. The only other two people. And as far as you know, so quick layout. The room is itself in itself. People outside the door can theoretically hear you. That's only if someone's listening. Spoilers: no one is listening. It's just you guys in the room. This gives you a chance. As a DM note, this gives you guys a chance to actually introduce yourselves. Like, what the hell was that kind of situation?
All right. Can somebody explain what was going on?
And then look at the.
August,
That's all I know.
August, you're going in and out. It's a little difficult to hear you
The
sometimes.
cleric's demons are coming out. Form an exorcism.
So
What took the woman?
I actually, GM, did I get actually a good sight of the man who took them before.
You're not
they
even, technically you're not even sure it's a man. I'm using the term man as in just placeholder. But it was a shadowy figure, humanoid in shape, was pulling her.
All right. Okay. Okay. Just so you know, since I'm basically the primary witness, it might have been a man, it might have been a woman. Honestly, I am pretty sure. No, I'm not even sure if it was human. It's not even humanoid. I could have been a sloth. Regardless, since we're gonna be rotting here for a while.
She led
who are
down
you?
that alley to be set up as suspects for some crime that we did not commit.
Don't know that the bleeding carcass looked pretty real even after the unnatural explosion.
Well, sure, a demon bomb, isn't that a thing?
I mean,
how
it
would I
sounds
know?
like it could be.
What?
I've heard of much
magic can do
worse.
Magic can do anything.
Magic can do anything.
Yes.
Mithras, what is your character doing in this conversation?
First of all, I'm laying down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just on the floor, like, I don't care how dirty this is. I just need to lay
Yeah.
down.
I'm laying dirtier. I am.
Oh my god. When you are hit with the... Oh my god, I have an idea. What if, and I back up into the wall, what if it's contagious?
I don't think I've exploded yet, but if I do,
You are swollen!
oh yeah, I ate a lot.
Explosion? Sorry, I had to bring Torgan on this one.
I'm keeping my distance, but either way. Before you go, I'll share some information. Chitty. And you too.
Hey, Martin.
Your name is Martin?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm August.
Okay, August. Now that we're...
So, how are we gonna get out of this?
No. You think they're going to... They are not going to find anything on us, and even then, I'm pretty sure they'll find some reason to lock us up. And there is no way out of here as far as I see.
Sounds like the only thing they're going to find is her body parts all over. Well, the two of you at least.
Don't remind me.
Still smells
mean-
good. Brazilian barbecue.
Did you get any?
Are either of you unwilling to be cannibalized in a situation, long-term situation?
If it was short term,
I back up
yes.
to the other side of the wall. I'd rather be a part of this explosion than whatever this man has planned for.
So this is pretty
Look,
much how the
Adam,
night
come here.
goes. The characters are talking about exploding.
I'm finding it out.
So far, that's pretty much how the night goes. They're debating on who's going to explode, who's going to throw up, and who's going to eat the other person. Like, I don't know why August was the one who brought that one up. That was interesting. Tenderize them with your shield.
Just go sit in
These
the,
may
I
let
just
me
sit in
keep
the
it.
corner. If I have to take a nap, I just give a command to my dragon and like mental communication to watch me. If one of these two makes a move, you know what to do.
So, the next morning, whoever was sleeping, it doesn't matter. You guys get woke up.
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Against the wall!
I'm already
I'm
against
already
the wall.
here.
In 5 minutes.
Door slams open. You got this one really big guard. Like, he's... You'll see. Not a home... I do a lot of homebrew creatures. I was answering Derpy, sorry. You got a what would be a centurion of a guard who comes in. Like, he's clearly one of the ones who do know how to handle themselves. Probably a veteran. And then behind him you see about the same size, but it's an orc. It's an older orc. He's got a full beard, And he's wearing noble-ish clothes. Against the wall for your safety.
All right.
No
Am I
problem.
still nauseous?
Oh, you're fine. You're like after resting, you're like now you're at the I'm full part. Not stuffed.
All right.
I'm not hungry and I probably am not going to eat today.
All right.
I'm not gonna poop right today.
Oh, we're not talking about how long your character's constipated. It's like that much red meat. You're like,
Okay.
oh yeah, I'm good.
That might be for a couple weeks.
That's gonna need its own contract.
So anyway,
Chronic constipation.
No, I don't really want to be executed.
you're not going to be executed. This is the Centurion yelling. The orc has yet to say anything.
I whisper to myself, that's what they all say.
My name is Magister Orc.
Magister off. I'm gonna write that down.
Testimony has come forward saying you are innocent. However, we are not letting you go free. Instead of locking you in the cell, I am taking you into my custody. Is there a problem?
Who came forward in our defense? I don't have any friends in this town.
An eyewitness.
Okay, I think we're all in agreement that we were all, just the three of us were the eyewitnesses.
You
Another
are,
eyewitness. Good.
as far as the state is concerned, you are all accomplices and cannot be eyewitnesses for each other. However, somebody else stepped forward and said you are not responsible. So you will go in my custody until this matter is resolved.
Alright.
And, Chitty Juju, was it? This is the magistrate.
Was it?
He's talking to Chitty Juju.
He knows your name.
Because he's the only one who has a permit, any form of legal...
Why does he know your name?
I
Your
don't know, maybe it's a psychic.
your stall has been compounded until the investigation is over. All your things you were selling are being held.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, how am I supposed to make a living?
Not an issue right now. You're trying to prove your innocence, or just wait until your innocence is proven.
It's kind of important that I do continue my work, though.
Noted. Now you will come with me, where I will be responsible for your to make sure you stay within the city and do not leave.
Alright.
So then, free room and board. That's all I'm hearing.
He doesn't answer your question. He just keeps moving. So heads up, everybody kind of gets a sinking suspicion. The Magister, although is a noble, don't mess with him. He is an old orc, and orcs don't tend to live too long.
Magister Oboe?
Magister Ock is his name.
Oh,
Ock is his
Ock.
name. Ock, O-C-K.
Okay.
Magister is
There was
his
two
title.
guys and one was an orc.
Okay. Yeah, I
The-
have it written down now.
Yeah, the Centurion guard, he's nameless. He's actually not important. He's just, if you guys were misbehaving, he would correct your behavior.
That would be good to know before I started smarting off.
It would have been.
So, just for player knowledge, Master Ock's on your side, actually. He's helping you a lot. He's taking you into his custody, which means you're not staying in the cell until they find the person who actually did it.
Yeah.
Does everybody follow him, or does somebody put up a fuss? Does someone try to bolt? Because you're unshackled. You guys can run away if you want to try.
No, I had an idea of how to escape. It's just that I am a person that doesn't want to cause much trouble, otherwise it makes business more difficult, so I'm just totally submitting right now.
For the record, the reason why Magister Ock knew your name is he saw your permit for your stall.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he knew your name. He doesn't know anybody else's.
Yeah, no, I heard you, and it's like, I'm pretty sure my character is smart enough to know that's probably how. But still, it's like, he knows my name. Fine. It's not like my name's a secret.
Anyway, moving on.
I know your name. Yeah, so do I.
Mithras, do you behave and go with, or do you try to do something stupid?
Well, of course I go with. It's like August Christopher said, free room and board.
You guys are eventually led to what you would mistake as a tavern, except for it's in a more residential area, not a merchant kind of area. It's basically just a really big house. Magister Auk clearly is not. He's not poor, but what you guys pick up on, there's really no one in the house. Is like fighting the Uber driver. Fighting Magister Auk would be like fighting the Uber driver. Mind you, he's not a butler by any stretch.
Yeah.
You will be staying at my residence. I have given my word and honor that you will stay within the city under my care until this matter is resolved. Don't make me a liar, or I will make this personal. Do we understand each other?
Question.
Answer the question. Do you understand me?
Has a question.
I understand. Understood.
I understand completely. Crystal, in fact. But Martin still has a question, and then I have 2 questions.
I forgot my question.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask. So we're just can we walk amongst the town? We just can't leave its borders. Am I correct?
Any crime you commit while under my watch, I am held responsible for.
Perfectly understood.
So in other words, your freedom is how much I give you.
What about food?
I am responsible for your caretaking, so you will have food.
What about brothels?
No.
Damn. Is there anything to do for fun?
Are we still standing in the cell?
No.
We're at
Can
his-
we, like,
You're
fast
at-
forward a
you're-
little bit, like we're there, we're shackled, we're basically prisoners or something?
No, you're not shackled. You guys are in front of his place now. You guys followed him out of there, and he led you to where he lives.
Oh, okay, so like he's not gonna stand there and answer questions because he's not a butler, so he's gonna leave, right? And then we don't get to talk about brothels and stuff. We just try not to get our heads chopped off.
That's kind of why I asked if entertainment is a possibility. And apparently not. See if I can make some tea around this beach.
And if you behave yourself, Chidiju, I will see if I can get your stall repounded.
I consider all my actions null and void, and I just sit and wait.
Let me show you to your rooms. I don't want to hear about any trouble you're causing. I am going to allow you, until my trust is betrayed, allowed to walk among the city.
Without opening his mouth, he just gets up and puts his hands to his sides.
You guys are shown to you have individual rooms. He has a really big house, but no one lives in it. Moving through, you do see several things that catch your attention. Like there are pictures of young orc kids. Some that are possibly half, but then you also see a collection of pictures of kids that are just that are not orc at all. Like you see some elves, some pictures of elves that he's with, and he's smiling in them. Like this guy clearly had a home full of kids that he took care of, and it's now empty. That's what you see as you're moving through to the residential wing. He shows you into some of the guest rooms. These are your rooms. Don't destroy the walls, don't damage the house. But other than that, feel free to redecorate as you see fit.
How is it decorated?
It's very sparse. You got a bed, you've got a desk, and you got a dresser. Nothing special. And you do have a closet as well, but you realize, once again, he is not broke. He owns, in a very nice part of the neighborhood, a really big house, and it's a big house. And he's not charging you guys rent, he's not charging you food, and he is giving you guys trust to be able to walk around. I am going to fast forward for narrative purposes a little bit. You guys are given time to move, to kind of move in. If you guys had stuff elsewhere, you guys were able to transport it here. You weren't given armed guard to do so. You're just, hey, I was staying at this end originally. I'm just gonna go get my luggage, that kind of thing. And you guys move into your rooms. You guys are served food. Food is served in a giant dining hall, but you are not restricted there. You can eat there, or you can go back to your rooms and eat. He doesn't care. You find that there is a library to read from. It's actually a rather comfortable place. Like, you guys would have been paying 100 gold a night to stay at a place like this as an inn, and you're staying here for free. Like, it's nothing. The food quality is good, too.
Is it on par with the Brazilian barbecue?
The food is better than the Brazilian barbecue, just not as quantiful.
Damn it.
Mind you, you don't need to eat. Your character is still stuffed. Or still full, not stuffed.
Yeah, full. But I'll sneak a taste.
Oh no, you probably do sample, because otherwise it would be rude.
Yeah.
Like some of the things that catch your attention, that he is being like, in regards to what you're saying, Derpy Gecko, I am recording this, so it will also be on my YouTube channel. So if you miss any part of this, you have to step away for something, you want to come back and watch it, it will be there too. And of course, it'll be on my Twitch as well. Link is in the description. Moving on. Rewinding.
I'm particularly excited about the library.
What actually will catches you off guard is there actually is a desk you can sit at where it'll read to you. So no, you don't get to pull a toff. Oh, I've held books before, and they don't do it for me. You don't get to pull that. You don't get to pull that. Which, by the way, there is a philosophical rant I wanted to get into now about that stuff, but I'm not going to. Moving on. The cliff note on the idea was, just real fast, is people with a disability or a handicap in some way, like I'm bipolar with depression. I have no responsibility to make you feel comfortable with it. That's the moral. That's the moral of it. I'll get into it some other time. That's just a rant that I wanted to do in a my coffee over gaming segments. I'll be doing at the start of the new year, which Adam is a co-host for, aka Chitty Juju. Moving on.
Hello, come again.
Moving on. It's late when you hear the Magister actually come home. Like, there's no butlers or anything. There's like some staff that come in to serve food. That you get the feeling they're there literally just to take care of, make sure the place is clean, and then there's food for you guys. The Magister's off at work almost all day doing something. He comes in, and you know when he gets home, he sounds upset. The door slams, and he's in the dining area where the food is. Is anybody in there, or did everybody retreat to their rooms by this point? This is like an hour after dinner would have been served, so the food is cold down there.
Wait, did we get to consume the food, or is this just like we didn't get a chance?
You guys would have already eaten by this point.
Okay.
The food would have been served 2 hours ago. The food's been sitting there for an hour after you guys would have already had all your dinner taken care of.
Yeah, I think I would have eaten.
You're gonna go down there. Or you're gonna stay in your room.
I'll linger for a bit.
Okay, so you're in the. Are you in the basically? Are you in your room or are you in the dining room? Let's just clarify it that way.
Yeah, dining room.
Dining room to have something hot to drink before bed.
Okay. You're able to find tea, no issue.
Hooray!
Tea's delicious.
Tea.
You know what? Screw it. I'm helping making the tea, but I'm trying to remain out of sight.
Well, Mithras, since you're the only one who actually was sitting in the dining room to see, you see he's actually got files and scrolls. He's poring over them. He's literally took home work, and he's just nomming at a plate that was sitting next to him. You got a feeling that whoever the servants are that came in to serve all you guys did see them, but they kind of like weren't talking to you. They just kind of ran in and out. They know where he's going to sit, and they left a plate for him. And he's just picking at it as he's going over these papers. He did mutter evening.
Good evening. Can I ask what all that paper is?
It's about you, so yes.
Oh.
It's about the case.
Has anything come up?
Have you caught the one that caused the woman to explode?
Right now, we're just investigating who the woman was. What made her so special.
Well, then what is it? What have you learned?
Um, she was a nobody, just a barmaid. She wasn't betrothed, wasn't known to have had any quarters, nothing like that.
No, you said it was about one of us, so
It's about your case.
Yeah, yeah, the case.
We're trying to find out why someone would wish harm on her. What makes her special? What makes her targeted?
I mean, what have you found that's so troubling?
The fact that there is nothing.
Why does a random woman explode if not on purpose?
That's the thousand.
Wait, we
An
can
accident
explode
then?
on
An
purpose?
accident? I mean, in this town, there's got to be as many accidents as murders.
Well, that is the
Magical artifacts.
1,000 gold question now, isn't it? Why did they target her?
Might be.
Is there any magical residue left there? Have we had it magically investigated?
Nice one, now.
What caused her?
Name not it.
What caused her to explode was magical in nature. That has been confirmed. But there's no sigils. There's no markings to identify the spell. She just exploded.
Maybe we can get a sample and run around until we find similar magic being used somewhere else.
Good luck.
This has to have
We need a
happened
magical
before.
bloodhound.
So, you may not know this. This city is darker than it appears.
I would not know that.
Do you know how many families have husbands who leave and never come home? Never found again. Not by their own choices. How many times mothers disappear? How many times their children disappear in this city? There, a lot. I'm going to say just that, a lot. The exact number, even I don't know the exact number because I only see the ones that are reported.
Can I walk in at this point?
You've been just on the other side of a door. You've been listening to the whole time.
Yeah, I walk in with some tea and I just kind of sit down since we're having a conversation now and I say, so what do you intend on doing about it? Or in this case, what do you want us to do about it?
Your freedom's at stake. This is something that's been going on for a long time. Similar situations like this. This is the first time we actually have a warm body, for lack of better description.
Well, it sounds
So
like
you
a
know
lot
it's
more
been
people are getting
happening,
hurt.
but this is the. So you know it's been happening, but this is the first time someone's seen it.
That's one way of putting it. People go missing in this town. People just disappear.
What do they want them for?
Sometimes everybody assumes
before?
if someone goes missing, we assume they go to the sanatorium. No one searches there really.
They go crazy?
Not everybody who in there is crazy. The sanatorium, breaking character for a second. Sanatorium is in this city has three purposes. You get to actually roll to determine how much you know as a character. So the two checks you can do is either an investigation or arcana or both.
I will pick. Like, this is just for him.
Everybody.
Okay.
I probably don't know much. I'm pretty much a nomad here.
It doesn't matter. You may have heard whispers.
Yeah.
If you roll well enough, you might have heard.
That one.
You don't know shit. You're like, there's a sanatorium here?
What's the name of the city again?
No, you know the city's full.
Wait, we're in the city? But question. Being a merchant, could it also assist in the check at all? Or is it just like do it
Nope.
as is?
You're a legal merchant. Let's leave it at that. Nope, you don't. So was that your investigation or your arcana?
Arcana.
Okay, you can also roll an investigation if you want,
Okay.
because those are two separate checks. Depending on what you roll, is what information you're given.
Alrighty then.
August, are you going to roll as well?
It's a 14 on
Sure.
an investigation.
The roll for both of those is the same for me, so...
Okay. So just basically roll twice. Now this is a difficult check, so I apologize. Okay, he actually got really good information.
My Nan knows what's up, man.
You probably have wandered around the place because it's just a place of just bad juju. Let's put it that way. Just this toxic, evil feeling that just permeates it. The
My evil doppelganger?
exact lore I've given it that everybody would roughly know is this is where those who have had their minds or bodies destroyed due to both natural and unnatural causes go. Those who are considered afflicted go here. The affliction can be either something contagious like a disease or a curse. It can also be something that like a general public would find unappealing like a disfigurement. So if someone is born disfigured, they might end up there. If someone's gone crazy, they might go there. If someone has a disease, they might go there. Now, Augustus knows this. He knows not everyone here should be here. Some are heirs that need to be disposed of, or people who know secrets they shouldn't. And then because he passed the Arcana check too, the place is not made for treating people. It is meant to file them away. It also has an intense air of bad magic.
Although once in a while we did send someone there that thought they were possessed by a demon.
Which it's supposed...
I'm good.
Yeah, the sanatorium is supposed to be there to treat people for that. It not always is. How much of that information you share with the people in the room? Because you can assume that the Magister knows. Or he should.
The short version without trying to annoy this scary Centurion guy.
The Centurion's not in the room. It's literally just the Magister. You're in his home.
I thought he was a Centurion.
Nope. The Centurion was somebody else. I apologize if I wasn't clear on that.
So same action regardless.
The sanatorium is I'm going to phrase it as off limits to someone like me.
Isn't that a good thing?
When I am someone who is tasked with inspecting and keeping the peace among the population, and I am not allowed to do that there, you draw the line on that.
Well, of course not. You're not crazy. You don't belong there, but it's the three of us. Or someone like me, at least. I don't know how crazy you two are, but that guy's a warlock. I'm pretty sure he's definitely crazy.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
To investigate the murders,
All right.
seem to center on the sanatorium.
You are already giving me a headache.
Check those.
You are already giving me a headache. I'm going to retreat for the night. He takes his files and goes.
Well, think about it. The offer's on the table.
So now it's just you guys in the dining room. You guys have been given the piece of information about the sanatorium existing. That's kind of a big deal right there. It's all of you know of its existence, but the details of it, another conversation, because it is not a small building. It's almost its own. Excuse me. It's almost its own little castle area within this city. Think really big, well-guarded hospital. And for while they're plotting what their next move is, I hope everybody who's watching is having a fun time. Give a shout out in the chat if you want.
7 views.
7?
Oh, we're at 7? Cool. Didn't notice.
Yeah,
I'm watching the stream as we do this.
that's true. Me too.
Yeah.
Quick question. What city are we in?
The name of
Cole.
yeah, the city.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You're-
I know. That was in character.
Oh,
I won
okay.
that one.
Hey,
Yeah.
What was in this tea? I don't remember anything. Hot cocoa's a good idea. I'm out of coffee, unfortunately, so this next hour is gonna be
we're in
annoying.
Cole.
Ooh.
Derpy Gecko says they might get hot cocoa soon, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well.
you guys have been. August has told you guys that the sanatorium is already a place of bad juju, a very bad place, very, 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 very bad. And so story hook, obvious story hook here. Do you guys want to go investigate that tonight, tomorrow, or not at all? Because you guys can say, you know what, we're going to let this play out.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not being subtle here.
I know.
I take my sips and I walk away.
All right.
I'm gonna go check out the sanatorium. If
You're gonna,
either there he goes. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna check out the sanatorium if you want to come with.
you're gonna go during the day or during the night?
During the night. I'm not going in. I'm just gonna look at it.
Oh, check out the perimeter.
Yeah, check it
Why
out.
not go in?
Well, it's a crime, isn't it?
No. You just might not be able to get back out.
Ah, that's true. Okay.
Because either they'll find something wrong with you, or say you're now carrying a contagion with you.
Wait, is it contagious?
There is supposed to be contagious stuff inside there, like diseases or magical curses. I do not think. I think we have actually one tiefling.
Yeah, the wild magic barbarian.
Yeah, who is missing today, due to not feeling well.
Doo-doo. Haha.
That's okay. You could be. There could be multiple tieflings. I've literally run a game that was almost nothing but tieflings, which is just fine.
Hey, I do it like do you just say this back at the table, or do you just walk into the room area and then just start declaring?
So can we just talk about like what is going on like overall and step out of character for a second?
All right.
Yeah.
I seem to have missed some things and like I don't know what direction we're supposed to be going. Like, are we totally free sandbox or?
We're free to roam around the city. It's just that we shouldn't commit any crimes because then Magister Ock
Easier to
is
keep us
liable.
out of trouble if we're here.
You guys are free to do everything but leave the city at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to speak candidly. So we all just were at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's
this
what.
guy who's in charge of us, who he takes us to his house and gives us free rent. He comes in tonight with he's got a problem and he can't get to the sanatorium, or that's where the other grisly murders lead. Am I wrong? Is that?
No, so he didn't say that there was grisly murders there. It's just that he knows there's something wrong with the place.
Right.
Not because of it he has any evidence. Nothing he can prove. It's just more of he's a person who's supposed to represent the people and make sure that the laws are being upheld. He's basically like a police chief.
But he didn't just ask us. I felt like maybe like the hook was he was asking us to go in there and check it out, and we're gonna find a.
Nope, he's just saying that there's some crazy stuff going on. I wish he could do more. And he's just giving us. He's not saying we should do it, but I feel like spirits in vain. Come on, the fates are just telling us to go check it out.
Yeah, it's not like this voice in the sky is telling you to do it. That sounds like my voice, oddly enough. Now,
Right, but I mean, like he came in. I guess we asked him, but it was like he presented us with a problem. We don't know this guy. Well, we're living in his house. We don't have anything to say.
Well,
he came into the room with some troubling news, and it was, we don't know anything.
He's pissed because what you guys ran into was him being pissed that he legitimately they have found nothing. In fact, your case is the most evidence they've got on these people who go missing all the time.
it is surprising, and I will say this: if Martin decides to go, then I will follow. I will bring August because it's a sanatorium. A cleric will do wonders in a sanatorium.
He also might just get locked up for being blind. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh, you have holy magic? I think that's contagious.
That's why I will watch
No,
Argus.
no, they would literally go, he is blind. It is safer for him to be in these confined spaces. That would be their logic.
Yeah.
At least that's what publicly they'd say.
Publicly.
I mean, religion is pretty contagious.
We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's actually quite a bit of a trip. It's almost like on the other side of the city to get there. You guys are bothered by guards a couple of times, mostly because they recognize your situation. But then someone immediately would almost go, the Magister. They're here under the Magister's watch. Cool, whatever. And you're pretty much left alone immediately afterwards. So the Magister has some power, some sway, with the guards especially. You guys get to the sanatorium. big square building. Like that's the only way I can describe it. Like giant effing abandoned mental asylum kind of. Like imagine that.
Yeah.
We're in the forge.
There is a wall that separates it from everything else. The gate is open and there's guards in the front. These are not city guards who are standing out front. These are private mercenaries who are standing out front, aka mall cops.
All blart.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, you work at a
They have
store.
segues. So, the wall is not impossible to scale. However, I don't think any of you have the skill to do so.
No.
You could also, in theory, just go through the front gate because it's not illegal to go in. They're just going to want to take down your name, and depending on what you see when you're in there, you may not be able to leave, and they will ask why you're there.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the outside, and seeing if I can actually like hear anything from the inside, or is it like all soundproof?
How thick the walls are, you will not hear a damn thing. Not to mention, let's see here. History check. Anybody who wants to can roll a history check.
Of course I will.
Wait, the DM's giving me a choice on a check? I'm gonna totally take that.
Yeah. I think my history is just a +3. No, +5. I'm proficient.
Okay. That scared me for a second there.
I got a
14.
16.
Another on your side was I got a sudden email that scared me. It's like, oh hey, you're oh now you did get your cocoa. That's awesome, Derpy. Put your roll in the check. So you got 14. And what'd you say yours was, August?
Sorry.
You're good. Just say what it is. I didn't hear you.
I like
16.
to watch the little dice roll on the character thingy.
Oh, you're good. I'm gonna eventually find a dice rolling thing that we can do in screen, not just this Discord screen. I just haven't been able to find anything good. All right, you guys. August definitely rolled well enough. August is the one who's pulling it up.
Until it matters.
That makes me feel good, Derpy. Derpy says, "I will be very disappointed if I ever miss this stream." What was that? What was that, Chitty?
Basically, the guy is like obviously he's gonna be good at like history and knowledge-based checks. Like when one part of your body is gone, everything else is like heightened. His memory is like on fire.
He's just been rolling perfect for what we need for this, so I'm pretty happy because it allows me to give this information.
He's blind. He's super powered in your world.
You know historically speaking that the sanatorium goes down several levels. So what you're seeing is about a 5-6 story tall building, but it goes down about another 12 at least.
So they'll keep all the nasty stuff in the basements, probably.
Probably the deeper you go, the worse it gets. You're probably, and that's what's known to be 12 floors down. Known.
12 floors of increasing scariness. Maybe not in that order.
Like, for some reason, someone with the interior decorating goes, okay, -1 floor is horrible stuff. Slightly horrible, extremely horrible. Then we're going to go back down to horrible again.
Like,
No, could you imagine?
Okay.
Like it's like a Dark Souls kind of thing. Like they give you an extremely hard boss, then the power level of everything drops again down to like we'll say goes from a 10 down to a 2, 15. Just to mess with you, and you're like, gah!
yeah.
But anyway, so that's what Augustus is like. Oh yeah, by the way, this place like goes down like 12 levels. That's public knowledge.
Okay, public knowledge.
So,
So,
You know what? Screw it. Everybody roll a perception check, beat a 5. Or an arcana check, preferably the
5.
arcana.
oh, Arcana. Let's see. Come on,
Got a
come
6.
on. Don't
I
fail
got
me
a
now.
7.
That one.
Nope, you passed. I just re-rolled it for you. You passed.
Okay,
All right.
that's okay.
Because of how close you guys are, you can just feel darkness, depression, just all this negative emotion radiating out of it. You guys may have passed by here before at some point during your time in the city, but this is the first time you're really feeling it. Like it's just coming out of this building.
The question is it really a dark place, or is it just a spell keeping people away with a bad feeling?
Your character straight knows this. It's not like you're suspecting. You know it. That this level of darkness and evil cannot be properly replicated by a spell. A spell would have like quote unquote one voice giving you this feeling. That you're feeling the negative emotion built up of thousands upon thousands of lives who have suffered here, and may have died here. That's what you're feeling.
Advanced darkness.
Like this is a level of evil that I'm not going to make any. I'm going to skip all my jokes because they're all going to turn political real fast. Moving on.
Vibe check,
Well, that's on
bad.
my skin.
You are not vibing this area.
I do not vibe with it. It is bad.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to you again. Sorry, I like that song. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
So you guys
I'm going
had
to declare like I cast magic missile
at the darkness.
at the darkness.
Well,
It's
considering
bad
you're the one
vibes.
casting it, you hit everything.
Darkness.
You hit everything.
All
right.
Getting those,
All right.
bad vibes.
So how do you guys want to handle this? You guys can go back to the Magister's place. You can try and find another way in, maybe, or go in through the front door.
I think we should go in there at all without more information, or
That's an option. Go back to the Magister's. Go to bed. Go in the day.
I mean, I can't think of any way to prepare. For
Or
this.
literally just do nothing. You guys can just go explore the city the next day and say, you know what? The cops will deal with whatever crime I'm being accused of. I don't care. Like, that's legitimately an
Yeah.
option, too. I'm not going to shoehorn you guys going in there. I'm not going to be like, the guards grab you and drag your ass in there. No. Do what you got to do.
The
But we
contagion
still
has
wanna
spread
know
only to you guys. We as guards are immune.
We've got to clear our names somehow, which is either find the person responsible or find someone who knows who's responsible. Just because we have a bad feeling about this place, I don't know.
So, what are the options, GM?
Try and find another way into this
Go back to
place.
Magister.
Trying to find a way into
Yeah.
the place, go back to the Magister's place,
door.
or, pardon my language, fuck off. Literally go do anything else.
Yeah.
The player side of me wants to check this place out, but I will say my character is obviously going to say, let's stick at the Magister's place. We have no
Yeah.
stake in this fight. As much as I want to help people, there's no telling that we're going to actually find anything in there. In fact, I feel like we're going to get ourselves in trouble again.
All right. And
Yeah.
Chidi Juju has a good point. At no point has anybody said the sanatorium, this messed up place, the sanatorium, has anything to do with what's going on with you guys. At no point.
Yeah.
You just found that one local haunted house.
Oh. Yeah. I'll probably go back as well.
All right. I guess you're gonna go in there by yourself. Or you're gonna go back with them.
I have to follow someone else all the time, so I'm not going in there by myself. I can't see.
All right. So you guys get back to the Magisters. I'm assuming you guys just go to bed, or you guys talk a little bit before going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
All right. I'm just gonna say everybody goes to bed. Everybody roll a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
This is a low check. Don't worry.
Ooh. Okay, let's watch me roll another nat one.
No, you rolled good.
No, 16.
Yep. What was your question, Chitty Juju?
Saving, or is just regular?
Wisdom save. Wisdom save.
Okay,
Save.
Cool.
If you're trained in it, that means you get the bonuses and all that good stuff.
Or not.
All right.
Rah, rah.
All right. Thankfully, the
It
check.
would've been,
Thankfully, the check was actually only a 5. It was a really low check. However, because if you rolled less than a 5, your character would have gotten no sleep whatsoever. The only person who slept like a baby is Mithras. Everybody else had nightmares. You have nightmares of just, and it's not about like you're not having nightmares of the sanatorium. It's just you can't even describe it. Just this feeling of darkness and evil. Sure, I will. let's see here. Actually, I should be able to do it this way instead. Actually, there we go. Nope, it's because I'm streaming. What is my?
We could save it for.
No, I'm just trying to put someone one here. There you go. If you want to direct message me, you can do it that way. That way, Derpy Gecko. I was just trying to get the numbers. I couldn't remember. It was 6767. I can never remember that for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, going off that. Because if you're going to be in any future sessions, you have to be in the Discord channel so that you can be in the chats and all that. But that's another conversation. Moving on. So you guys have nightmares. You can't even put to words what really was in the nightmare. Even waking up, you don't remember them. It's just this feeling of despair and pain in your mind. For the record, this I'm going to let you guys as players know. This is literally just because you were near the sanatorium. That's how dark the place is. It gave you nightmares. Mithras, you only wake up with like a slight stomach ache. You're like, oh, something like that.
The Brazilian barbecue's coming back.
No, it's more of that you didn't actually have a real meal yesterday. You were just kind of coasting off the previous meal, and now you're like, no, it's like I have to either take a really big poo or I need to pack some more stuff in there. I'm not sure which.
We're about to find out.
Do you want to roll a con save to find out? Do you want to? You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'll try and take a big poo first.
Okay, roll a con save. Or athletics. Roll an athletics check. I don't care. Why it's athletics, I don't know, but that's what we're going to go with.
7 plus my athletics modifier, nothing, so just 7.
You're in there for about a good hour, and then you're okay, nope! Boom!
Here's what I would like to say. Like,
you also found out that the Magister has running water that works, apparently. You find this out.
Just like he has a he has a sewage system.
Oh, he is in the rich part of town, so.
Somehow you backed it up.
Nope, thankfully it's magical in nature. You're safe. You didn't break the toilet, but you're like, that came out of me?
That's the funny bit. It's magical. It's still clogged up. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just making it.
Yeah.
My character, when he receives the nightmares, he just wakes up. He just doesn't try to go to sleep. He goes to the window. He stares out for a minute, and he just goes out to the window. Unless there's windows in the walls.
There's windows and walls, and there's sweat drops continuing.
Yes. And I just stare out the window for a bit with my arm extended, and then my dragon arrives, and I just kind of like hang out for a bit. And when it actually becomes daytime, I go to the bathroom, and then I notice, wait a minute, there was a man in here last night. Wait a minute, is he still in the bathroom? Come on, there's more people. I know there's more bathrooms, but it sounds like it might be a medical case with you in there.
It might be.
You know what? I'm gonna be a jerk to Augustus because we've gone this far with it. We've made a lot of poop humor apparently, so it's apparently gonna be the thing. August, since you have the probably best senses, -1, roll an endurance check, or sorry, a con check.
Holy. Oh boy.
Holy. Holy shit!
Almost Christmas.
I don't really celebrate that much. I don't celebrate really any holiday though, for the record.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not because I'm not really religious, but it's but then again, here in America, I don't know where everybody else is, but Christmas is not even a religious holiday anymore. It's like if you're in America, you celebrate it because it's everything now.
Yeah.
But I just give gifts year round, so it doesn't matter. August, you need to roll a con save. Oh, never mind. You do not need to roll it then, because your character was outside.
Okay.
Basically, the joke was that he had blown up the toilet so bad your character's gagging from it. That was going to be the joke. But you're outside, so you're like, oh, you're safe.
I'm going to follow my character's lead, get some outside fresh air momentarily.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's see here. All right, we got about 30 minutes left in this stream because I'm going to be going for 2 hours. As I get comfortable doing these D&D streams, I'll try to increase the length of them. Just a heads up to everybody who's watching and everybody who's playing. And everybody who plans on playing. Looking at you, Derpy Gecko.
We're all looking at you, Derpy Gecko.
Anyway, moving on. August is clearing his head from having the bad dreams. Chitty Juju is staring outside with his dragon. Mithras is blowing himself up. After some time passes, what is everybody doing?
Well, I'm gonna go down and eat first of all.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
There's now a vacant hole in your stomach.
Yeah. And after that, I want to try and find a library of some sort.
You know where the library is. You knew the first day you got there. It was shown to you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're gonna spend some time investigating about something, or just reading in general.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and read about disappearances. Not in the city of Cole, but more up north where I'm from.
You wouldn't find that. That's more of like an official registry kind of thing. The books you'd find here are more like history books. And there's like a fiction side, non-fiction side. There's history books. They can actually talk about stuff from across the known world. There's no really arcana spell books or anything like that. It's a well-stocked library, not that well.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking for anything arcane. I'm looking more for I guess history.
Okay.
Like of
history of the town and stuff.
Thing. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Roll a perception check or an investigation, whichever's better.
I'll investigate.
Okay. This is how well you're looking through the library, because this is not like a library where everything's constantly being organized. Okay. You don't find you
11.
You spent a long time looking, but eventually you do find a book that's it's a general history book on the city. Basically, and it's like its origins and its growth and all that stuff. Yeah, you spend some time reading that. What are you doing, Chitty Juju?
I'd say my character would definitely be just like waiting out his time. He does get bored and just starts looking around the house, I guess, a bit more, seeing what's in it.
Okay.
Since he's just in the house.
You guys had been living on the top floor. You're kind of actually wandering around for the first time. You go down to the bottom floor. Now you do find like a study that's clearly the Magister's. You kind of like poke your head in. You're like, nope, this is a place of business. Like, you know, but you're like, there's nothing that stops you from going in. If he didn't want you in there, it would be locked. But at the same time, you're like, I probably shouldn't be in here. You can choose to go back in if you'd like. But you realize it's his office. It's the place where he does all of his official work. You all eventually find where all the kids' rooms were. There were some like joined rooms, and then there were some like rooms that were meant for the older ones, and they're pristine. Like, somebody had made their bed this morning and left. They've been dusted, but no one's living in there.
All right, I just keep going.
You find you know where the kitchens are, where the food is prepped. You know where the dining room is. You find like where the larder is. Nothing is locked to you. Nothing. Not even like there's no. There is a basement, but that's pretty much where you see a lot of stuff is being stored. Like just some old furniture. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that really even stands out. Even if you're like magical senses, go. Nothing. Just old stuff.
Yeah, I'm not expecting, like, honestly, my character's not expecting to find dead bodies in the closet. This man is the murderer of the entire time.
Nope.
It was Mr. Mustard with the lead pipe. But no, he's not expecting any craziness. He's just looking around for just, like, the convenience of, this is a big house, and I have all the time in whatever, how long he's keeping us. It's not by force. I can leave. It's just that I want to, like, keep myself contained until I get access to my booth. So more or less, I'm just like gonna play around here.
Roll a perception check real fast. Just see if you find something you find. Okay. Eventually, in your wanderings, you find a book that kind of does catch your eye. It seems to be a custom bound book, and it's rather large. Inside, you're quick to realize it's something of like a family Bible, a family album, whatever you want to call it, because it's not just pictures of of the kids he's had. You see like two. Usually, there's about 2 to 3 pictures of each person. One when they're like a little kid and they apparently he had first either adopted them or they were born. One when they're about in their teens-ish, and then one when they're an adult. And then there's usually a blurb of and some of them are crossed out saying like this is no longer accurate information. Like a couple of them, like one of them, you see them in a military outfit, and it said KIA, and then it has a battle and a war, and then you go over, move to such and such city, current address, and you realize this is all handwritten. This is meticulously kept by maybe the Magister. You can assume it is. This is this really big leather-bound book, and you realize most of them had gone off to either war and had died or had left the city. No one, not a single one of them is listed as living in the city still. So either because for some reason they don't like him and left, he either told them to leave or something or whatever. And it also might raise the question of how old is this orc? Because there's about over 30 kids that he's had that's in this book.
Question that too hard. My character, from his background, wouldn't know too much about orcs and how long they live, as well as honestly, 30 kids is not impossible. Considering
because their ages are listed, it is a little staggering considering the age differences between them. Considering your race, you would look at it and go, he's pretty long lived for a mortal. Not just for an orc, a mortal.
True.
So that does some, like, unless he started collecting kids at the age of 16, even you're like, he's older than he should be.
Fair enough. More or less, I try not to draw too many lines or too many questions. I do ponder about it for a while. But I put whatever I found back where I found it.
It was actually like it was oddly in a very open space. It's just that it's just something you just wouldn't notice for some reason. It's like if you've ever been in band, it's like one of those pedestals that hold your music sheets. It was just a leather-bound book sitting on a wooden version of that, just sitting there.
So, but not really hidden, but stashed in a way where if you want to look for it, it's gonna take you a while.
No, it was just more of. It's one of those things that are so obvious that you just look right over it every time. Like, have you ever been in the kitchen, like, I want a fork. Why can't I find the forks?
Yeah.
It's like one of those moments.
Alright, that's fair. Alright, then I kind of put that away. I still put it away, because, like, it's none of my business. But it does feel like this man has, like, a history of, like, a very extended family, and now it's just him now.
Yep.
So, yeah. But he doesn't hang around the house very often, as far as, like, we know.
Maybe there's a reason.
Maybe there's a reason. Again, my character's not gonna look too hard into it. He accepts whatever he found and keeps looking about the house. He makes a note of where the book is, and he continues on throughout the house.
It was a little ways around the study. To answer, I just clicked over to a friend of mine named Pepe's chat. He asked if he could join later. If you're listening now, yes, you should be able to join Pepe. I can handle a decent amount of players, especially because I'm expecting IRL for people to drop in and out constantly. But we'll get to that later. Moving on to what Chitty Juju's saying. Anyway, so what is everybody going to do? August, I'll let you go first since you're just now getting back. Your character has collected yourself after your nightmares overnight.
And I also avoided getting covered in
mustard
bodily
gas.
fluids. Again.
Mr. Mustard with the lead pipe. Back at it again.
I'd like to search the house in my own way. Just by, I don't know, wandering randomly until I bump into something interesting.
You really don't.
Look familiar.
You're pretty much in the same boat as him. You really don't find anything too particularly crazy. It's like you are going more off of the vibes you feel, and this place is a place of sadness, not depression, not pain, but sadness. Like there used to be so much life here, and now there's not. this you don't know the reason why, like Chitty Juju does, because he was reading the family album. You just realize that there used to be so much life here, and it's gone. It you don't know. Yeah, you don't feel the feeling of death. You don't feel the feeling of torture and suffering like you felt at the sanatorium. Instead, just feeling the vibes of this area, you're kind of like, yeah, there's just something missing.
I would like to talk to the characters whenever.
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody's got a chance to, like, hey, everybody's
Yeah.
together. Mithras has been sitting in the library and they're reading the book. You've had to reread a couple pages a couple times because you're like, okay, hang on, that made no sense. Goes, oh, that word was actually that word. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not saying your character's dumb or anything. It's just like your brain like misprocessed the word for some reason.
Yeah, everyone does it, no matter how smart you are.
Yeah. In fact, actually, the smarter you are can happen more often because you're reading fast and you're really looking at the first letter and the last letter. But then when it didn't translate correctly, you're like, wait, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. So anyway, everybody is now up in the library.
I walk in with some tea. I find the most comfortable spot to sit down. And I loudly exclaim to Martin.
That's my name.
I loudly exclaim to you. So it brings you to Cole. Sips tea.
It's a library. I move on over to him. Yeah, I just travel around, bit of a nomad. Oh, Pepe's here. I'm just a bit of a nomad. Don't really. I usually don't linger in places for too long. But I don't exactly want to get myself wanted in an area, so I'm kind of staying here until all this dies down. How about you?
Depends how much you want to know.
Just, general reason.
Okay.
So hot pause for a second. This is to the players, not to the characters. Do you guys want me to shoehorn in a fight? Or is everybody okay with just this being a really long RP session? And to the fans, the same question. Okay. August?
I'm down for anything. I don't know. I don't have any expectations. So.
Okay. Because the nature of how I plan this game, I don't plan. This is me talking to the audience for the record. I don't plan on this being a heavy combat oriented one. Can there be fights? Yep, you can do it yourself. I can shoehorn in a fight if you guys really want me to. I can come up with a reason. I've always got one in my back pocket. Mind you, if you guys gone to the sanatorium, probably would have been a fight, at least one.
Yeah.
At
least.
Well, it all depends on how you handled it.
I've played Silent Hill enough to know you don't just walk into that place.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask that before we got back to the RPing. So.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My character is not going to pick a fight, so if you want to fight it.
Yeah, your character is literally the opposite of picking a fight.
So, what was Chidi saying?
It was to what do you want to know about me? Chitty Juju had said last.
Yeah.
August is also in the room, or is it just Martin and me?
Everybody's in the room. The only person who is not is Franklin Roosevelt.
Franklin Roosevelt himself? Wow.
I don't know why he changed his name to that. I have an idea. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. It's not the long tail, but I look side to side. I'm not exactly I'm mortal now, but I didn't used to be mortal.
Barely mortal.
Barely.
Asmar, aka Deva, depending on which edition you're using, can live damn near ever if they want to.
It's true, but like at this state in this state, I can pretty much die from anything any normal human can die from. But as long as I'm in this state, yes. But I am an Asimir, not human or whatever I appear to be at the moment. I used to be an Asimir to a goddess of fortune. Mind you. I wanted to borrow one gold piece for a friend so I can help her out. The goddess of fortune did not take kindly to that and banished me from heaven. I am now fallen. But the goddess of fortune is a forgiving goddess, yes, she is. She hit me with the task of find a god's bounty, whatever that means. I assume it is to make enough income to return to heaven. That's why it's important that I get my booth back and continue what I am doing, making legal trade to make what I need to buy my way back to heaven, to my paradise. Don't get me wrong, it's exciting and all, the fighting and the battling and dealing with different people of different social contracts. Some mysterious creature named Karen comes in now and again that cause me trouble, but we handle it well. And I gesture to my dragon.
Oh, I did see that. Does it have a name?
Does the dragon have a name?
Like, player-wise, I did not think that I had to give a name. I honestly did not know how far we were going to get in the game. But
He said a name, moving on.
no, we're going to give this motherfucker a name. How about this? Just to make it more interesting, what do you guys want to name it? This is also for people who are watching the stream and can hear me. What do you guys feel like I should name this dragon? It'll be the name I've been using.
Okay, Lutz, I'm talking to you as the player.
Yes.
You know better than to poll the internet anything.
No, it's too lite. I get to choose.
There was
say it was gonna be both.
No. Because remember. So the like some science research place had decided, hey, we're gonna ask the internet what to name our new boat, and they named it Boaty McBoaterface.
A name.
And then I it's censored jerk. I see jerk just fine. Anyway, but anyway, let's see what was the other good one. Oh, and then and this is the more messed up one. There was a school that it was named after some Southern general, and they wanted to rename it. So the name that won the poll but was not used was Hitler's School for Tolerance. Don't ever ask the internet what you're going to name something. Ever.
Yeah.
Alright, anyone in chat who's currently a part of this group, help me name my dragon. How about that? Either way, we didn't like it's
the
something
internet.
you can put it in the chat and know like this is just
Derpy Dragon has polled Grand Connex the Magnificent for the Pseudo Dragon.
Actually, Turkey ain't that bad. Durex is. I'll see about that. Anybody?
I like turkey.
Batman Turkey. All right. We'll resolve the name issue for the next session. Well, actually, we'll start winding it down here.
Yeah.
So. I know, Batman. I know.
Want to say a story, or is it like he's cool with not saying anything wrong?
I think August, you actually here?
Yeah.
Okay. You got anything you want to add to all this crazy confoory before Grand Dakin Oryx?
Turkey.
That was the name they wanted, or Turkey. You know what? The name of your dragon is now Turkey. Derpy has spoken.
Derpy has spoken.
Since Turkey has been issued twice in the Twitch chat and no one has said anything in this one yet, at least texting it wise, I'm gonna say Turkey is fine. It is hereby named. Like at the end of the session, is this the end of the session?
We're winding it down. Gonna go ahead.
Turkey has its official name.
All right, cool.
Turkey.
All right, August, you're a streamer if I remember correctly.
Hooray.
Sorry,
No.
I'm not sure.
For some reason, I say August, and then my Amazon thing thinks I'm talking to it. Is there anything any projects you've got going on that you want to share to the audience?
Are you asking me to plug things? No.
If you got anything you want to plug,
No.
All right, Mithras, how about you? Any projects, any art stuff, any?
Word.
I stream on Fridays. Currently playing the Pocket Monsters.
Which edition?
Probably gonna. Huh?
Which edition?
Fire Red.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Doing a Nuzlocke. Ah! I always have an answer before someone asks, but not when somebody asks. I'll go with Dragalge this time.
Give me 1 second. If you want to catch Mithras the Egg in their whole Endeavor streaming and stuff, hang on. There we go. Come on. Why is that not disappearing now? I really... You know what? I'm just going to put it in this chat right here. There you go. That's their Twitch.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm the egg.
I don't know why...
It's Egg
Okay,
Boy.
hang on. Add friend.
Egg
No, I'm trying to... There we go. Now I can... Okay, I'm trying to put it directly into chat. There we go.
There we go.
There. So now anybody, if you want to follow Mithras' playing of Pokemon or anything else, you can follow that link. Loots, Chitty Juju. What projects you got? What's your streaming? What's your schedules like?
The beta continued at this point, but I am continuing to play Cyberpunk 2077.
He plays on console for the record.
I play on console, so you can see all the glitching masterpieces going on in that game. I'm having a fun time as it is. I usually play on Tuesdays, though I am starting to try to stream more frequently, so that's a thing. Give me a follow; it helps out more than you know. There you go.
Yep. You can find his link on my channel itself. Okay, good. I am already muted because I'm trying to pull up his link too, so you can just see it.
It's cool. It's a cool walker.
I'm dropping it in chat. This is his right here. So if you guys want to give him a follow, I've also seen him do a lot of Resident Evil 4 playthroughs. So if he decides to stop playing Cyberpunk, he'll probably revert to that. And every now and then he'll do a battle royale with me. So that's usually kind of fun. Me, y'all know me. I'm Jack. Lutz is part of the Geeks Perspective with me. He's actually one of the original members. And I've got my YouTube stuff. It's down below. Feel free if you want to buy me a cup of coffee or be a Patreon, all that good stuff. You can find the links down below. And I'm going to try and stream this every other Saturday. Not every Saturday, but every other Saturday. This gives me time to try and find ways to improve the stream. If you have suggestions, hit me up in Discord. I love suggestions. I love feedback. As long as it's not, you suck. If you're going to say you suck, say why I suck.
Yeah.
You want to see improvements. You want to get involved because I wouldn't mind running another game, either a Cyberpunk game, or probably a World of Darkness stuff. So, if I'm running this every other game, then I can run the other game on the other one. I'd rather take some breaks, but I'm crazy. So, anybody got any last things they want to put out?
No, that was fun. I have no idea what I'm doing. So
That's okay.
Yeah, this is pretty fun.
I'm going to take feedback from you guys after the stream is off. So,
yeah.
Jump to 9 views.
Yeah, I noticed that. Anyway,
oh boy,
I appreciate everybody watching. Once again, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, we'll have our next session. We'll have a lot more players, and I might see about trying to get another game going, especially after the holidays. One word of warning, though: I am returning to school, so if that becomes an issue where school's getting this is getting in the way of school, school's going to win. Just to warn you. So,
Got it.
Everybody, thanks for joining us.